Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Lewis Speaks 2020, and today I want to talk to you all about why I have so few gay male friendships. I gave this a lot of thought, and I realized that I have so few gay male friendships because gay men are very, very inconsistent, at least the ones that I have met. They either want to sleep with me or they hate on me. There is no in between with them. You know, the reality is this: I am tall, good looking, talented, and intelligent. I am a quadruple threat. And the gay men that I've met, they've told me that they thought I was stuck up, that I was stupid, that I was unapproachable, that I intimidated them. And I feel like, all these things that they mention are just snap judgments, preconceived notions that they had of me based on what? Based on how I looked, based on nothing more than just a faraway glance about me. They never really got to know me, and the ones who did get to know me, they liked me and they wanted to sleep with me. And when I rejected them and tried to keep them in the friend zone, they got mad because they felt rejected, and couldn't handle that. And so they end up drifting. Sometimes they stuck around in hopes that I would, I guess, weaken my defenses or weaken my resolve and maybe consider dating them. But over time, they got to see that I was serious, and so they just dipped. And so this happens to a lot of gay men. A lot of gay men struggle to find other gay men to befriend because, for one, we as gay men struggle with intimacy and also tenderness. We struggle with genuine male intimacy that's not of a sexual nature. We sexualize our deep feelings. We sexualize loneliness rather than coming out and saying, you know something, I'm very lonely. Can you come over and spend time? We text them up, hey, you want to come over for a blowjob? You want to come over for this? You want to come over for that? We really don't express the truth of our feelings. We sexualize them. And sexualizing your emotions really impedes intimacy. I'm starting to learn genuine intimacy. Because sex is not intimacy. Sex is a physical act. It's coming. It's sex. Intimacy, to me, in my definition, is a close understanding, a meeting of the minds. You cook with someone, you talk with them, you discuss with them your feelings, your innermost feelings. That is intimacy. And oftentimes, we as gay men seek intimacy through sex because we feel that it's quick. We feel that it's, over time, like when you meet somebody, it takes time to get to know them. That's time that asking them questions, doing all that. It's time. But with sex, that's quick. After sex, you're sitting with the person in the midnight hour, exchanging pillow talk. That's quick. And so we confuse that for real intimacy, but what that is microwave intimacy. It's counterfeit intimacy. It's not real. And I think we as gay men really struggle with intimacy and also tenderness. We don't know how to offer ourselves tenderness as well as our friends. Real tenderness, being compassionate and gentle with them. We don't know how to do that. And I think that plays a role in how society has socialized us to be these stoic, hard rock creatures that don't have any feelings as men. So we're always afraid of being made fun of being criticized if we were to show that tenderness. Although we are gay men, we still are nonetheless men. And we still have to bear the burden of society's belief in what masculinity is, in what the definition of being a true man is. We still are burdened with these beliefs. And I think that really plays a role in us and how we connect with one another, you know? And so I think that's the reason why I don't have many friends with gay men, because a lot of them just, they don't know how, they don't know how to express intimacy in a real way. And for a long time, I didn't know how either. I got to be honest, I was part of the problem too. I didn't know how to express intimacy with the man outside of the bedroom context, you know? But I'm learning. I'm learning that true intimacy really happens outside of the bedroom, And I wish, to be honest, I wish I had some male friends that I could just be real with, But it's nearly impossible, especially in the gay community. It's nearly impossible to find and keep and sustain those relationships. A lot of the gay men are very catty too. If you're good looking and you get attention, they get mad at that. They get angry, they get resentful. They're mad if you get attention. And so you find yourself having to, dumb down, lessen yourself in the presence of some gay men. And then over time you get resentful because you feel like, why should I have to hide my attributes? Why should I have to pretend that I don't have these gifts just to make another person feel comfortable? So you get angry at that. But I'm learning with the right people, you don't have to lessen yourself and dilute yourself just to gain their approval. With the right people, they grow you. They make you want to be more of yourself. They lead you back home to yourself. And I just think that with these gay relationships and these gay friendships that I was in, they didn't lead me back home. They led me astray, and I let them because I was trying to gain that intimacy, that connection. But I realized that it first starts with you. You first have to connect with yourself. And part of connecting with yourself is not tolerating anybody or anyone that doesn't like or appreciate you. Stop making excuses for people that don't want to do right by you. Stop trying to understand them. No, there's nothing to understand. What's there to understand is that this person is not appreciating you. This person is not caring about you. Move forward. Get your needs met. So that's what I had to learn. But I think that's definitely one of the major reasons why, I don't have any friendships with gay men. Another reason is it's just hard. It's hard trying to connect with men. And the life in and of itself is very messy sometimes. You have a friend and sometimes your friend sleeps with your man or flirts with your man and does all these backhanded things and you have to cut them off. So there's another dynamic there that you have to negotiate. And also the jealousies, the envies, the cattiness, the fake friends. Just like in heterosexual land, basically the fake friends, the frenemies, the ones that smile up in your face, but behind your back, they're talking nonsense. So it's just been real challenging. Men don't do that so much. Men just they do the fade. They kind of just drift, don't call you, don't talk, and just let it be that. They don't really communicate like women do. Women, they'll definitely go behind your back, do the whole high school thing. Men, they just do the fade. And you wonder what happened to the friendship. And over time, you find out that they weren't really feeling you like that. And I have to ask myself, what is it about me that makes other people feel inadequate? I think, to be honest, I gotta be real. When you're great, when you are a great person, other people will definitely resent you. Other people won't be happy. They'll be jealous. They'll be envious of your gifts. And I am a great man. That's not conceit. That's not arrogance. That's not haughtiness. That is me recognizing my gifts and my talents and celebrating those gifts and those talents and no longer wanting to dim my shine, for the sake of other people. I know that I'm a wonderfully talented person. I know that I'm a beautiful person. And so I'm not going to sit up there and dim my shine just to have a friend. It's not worth it. So this is what happens. I also think that proximity plays a key role. Where I live, there are no eligible relationships or friendships. This town is the land of the lost. They ship people to this town when basically they got drug problems, mental health issues. There's just a lot of, trauma in this town. And when you're looking for healthy-minded individuals, it's difficult. They're like a needle in a haystack here. Especially with gay men. There's a lot of just gay men who are not functional. They're hobosexuals, doing survival sex just for a place to lay their heads at night, and they're not functioning. And I'm not knocking them, not at all, because I know how it's difficult. It's difficult. At the same time, you want some people in your life who are stable, and there's nothing wrong with that, My profession requires that I have people in my life who are stable. I don't need no vagabonds. I don't need people who are drama queens or drama kings out there doing the most. I don't need that. I don't need that drama in my life. And so trying to find people that are stable and consistent, oh my God, consistency. Trying to find people that are stable and consistent in this day and age, difficult, especially in your 30s. And that's another dynamic. As you get older, you will start to notice that your friend circle will start to dwindle. When I was younger, I had a lot of acquaintances, a lot of people that were cool with me. Now, my social circle is down to maybe I would say 5 people. 5 people, if that. And why? Because you start to realize that people are fake and phony. You also start to realize that you don't have many opportunities to meet many people past high school. Once you go to college and graduate from college, meeting people becomes few and far between. Normally you meet people after college on meetups. You meet them at bars, you meet them on different trips and different outings, but it becomes harder and harder to meet people. And your day ones, I don't know of hardly anybody that has day ones anymore. Now there's day 2s and day 3s, and you hope that lasts. But in your 30s, it's I wouldn't say it's impossible, but it's damn near hard to meet people who are functional. And it's just challenging, especially gay men. Normally this life will swallow you up by the time you're in your early 30s. And if you happen to make it out of that, without an addiction or a freaking diagnosis, please. It's just this life is war sometimes. Being a gay man is sometimes the hardest job ever, especially when you're trying to build relationships and futures. Man, this is hard. This is some hard stuff, So I made this video today because I know that there are people out there who are also struggling to try and connect with other people. And sometimes they end up beating themselves up asking, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? When sometimes it's not what is wrong with you. It's just where you're living. It's a lot of other things, a lot of other factors. And this doesn't absolve you from doing your personal inventory and checking in with yourself and finding out exactly what you do to attract these situations and relationships to you. You have to definitely always do your self-reflection. But a lot of times in my situation, I got to admit, it's just that there's no viable options out here. You know? And as a tall, black, gay man, I'm tall. You know, there's a lot of short men out here. And we want to talk about height, height, height. Height implies something. Height implies authority. Height implies certain things. Height implies, you know, just authority. And a lot of people these days want to challenge authority. I noticed that the gay men, I looked at the gay men that have this wide social circle. A lot of them are the same height. So there's this heightism that definitely plays a role. And a lot of people think that, oh, you're imagining that. No, I'm not. That's the truth. You know, like I said, I'm a tall, black, good-looking gay man. You know, and I'm amongst these short men, and it's challenging. So my thing is this, you know, I just feel like it's difficult in a nutshell. So my thing is this. I encourage everybody out there to just keep on, you know, you got to keep on going. You got to keep on trying, you know, to just find a decent social circle. You know, don't give up. You'll definitely find your tribe. And in the meantime, just focus on your hobbies. Focus on keeping yourself busy. But it's mad challenging, you know, not even gonna front. But I hope this video was helpful, you know. Just realize you are not alone in how you feel. But you have to keep on doing you. If what you deserve is not manifesting itself, you have to keep on doing you because you have some great things inside of you. And as you keep on rolling and keep on moving, you're going to find your tribe. You're going to definitely find your tribe. But you got to keep on. And that's what I have to remind myself. Keep on, keep on, keep on. Perseverance wins the race. So I encourage everybody out there to definitely keep going, persevere, and also branch out. Try new avenues. Maybe sometimes, you know, you have this idea in your mind as to what social circle you want. You may have to broaden that. You may have to move past that ideal and start getting real with yourself and start realizing, hey, wait a minute. I may have to amend this fantasy in my head about this tribe that I'm looking for, you know? So, once again, that's part of doing your work too. So this has been Lewis Speaks, wishing everybody a wonderful, wonderful 2020. Peace out.